Hello, thank you for joining me today. The age of AI is upon us, and most of the population has experienced it through everyday things like news outlets, social media, education, shopping, and downright every aspect of our lives. Today, I would like to talk about our general approach to AI and deficiencies in our approach, and suggest an alternative approach to AI that can help us build upon our human skills instead of building prototypes that do the work for us. Let's get into it. Our current approach to AI has been transforming our society. Our first experience with editing and creating various types of images are done through programs like Photoshop, and gradually have transformed into artificial intelligent algorithms that can predict, write, market, and sell. Using AI has formed our society in some good ways. For instance, AI is constantly advancing its ability to protect a person's data and identity from being stolen. Using face and voice recognition to knowingly stop hackers from stealing valuable information. Every day we are using AI to get us that new recipe for cooking, or maybe assisting with an essay. Whatever the case is, how we use AI individually, it has transformed the way we think, see, and process things through our reality. There are major deficiencies when it comes to our approach in using artificial intelligence. First, everyone is affected by AI in one way or another. For instance, using ChatGPT or any other large language model can make or break a user. Using AI to help write a letter or essay sounds like it would be convenient on a time crunch and still ensure that one's writing and concepts make sense. But if we keep using AI platforms to fix and write out our problems, what are we learning as humans? This question I ask because it is the key to understanding the point of why and how we use AI in the present day and how we want to use it in the future. This calls for regulation across all AI platforms. AI platforms are a great source for information and infinite possibilities, but when it comes to critical thinking, problem solving, and cognitive ability, it is corrupting the way humans are learning and processing information, especially in young children, middle-aged individuals, and senior citizens. The more we use AI, the more it does know about us, what we buy, individual politics, and even more so our identities. Another deficiency in this current approach towards AI is the fact that billionaires and large corporations are using it for financial gain in consumerism. Knowing consumers' data and carbon footprints make it easier to market and sell products without responsibility of plastic waste and inflation. This shows that AI is becoming an entity that only a certain demographic of people can use for influence and cultural power. This brings me to presenting a new plan of regulation for AI. First, who is going to mandate the regulation strategies? In an article I found about AI and society, it is said that the European Union and the AI Act aim to promote the uptake of human-centric and trustworthy artificial intelligence. While big industries have been following self-regulatory practices like the Association for Computing Machinery's Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct. This means they will adhere to ethical standards and ethical standards in regulation on AI, and can be a diverse and responsible platform for anyone who uses it. Education, training, and self-responsibility is a way the individual can manage their usage of AI and be in control of learning abilities. This is improvement and right steps into making sure AI cannot be used for promoting single source politics or using the platform to gain bias for financial needs. It must be available for anyone to use. So now we will have a discussion and I will ask you 3 questions. My first question: how does AI help or interfere in daily life?
Yeah, it might make finding information a bit easier or coming to a conclusion or an opinion a bit easier. However, the cost on your local community is going to go up because of data center cost and yeah, it kind of takes a lot of energy to run these models.
Right, yes, that's a good answer. My second question: do you think AI will be easy to regulate?
No, it will not be easy to regulate. The current president and administration has prevented states from regulating it, and there are too many big money players who are also lobbying politicians to prevent AI regulation. So it's kind of a big circle, and I don't think they're going to stop that anytime soon.
That's interesting. And we need everyone to be in for doing like ethical needs and ethical standards for regulation.
Yeah.
Okay, so my third question is, what do you think is important about the regulation of AI?
Yeah, to make sure that it doesn't displace a bunch of people by taking over a bunch of jobs. Like I know the European Union just passed a new law that says AI can't replace jobs. We need something like that here for protections. Also, like a benefit of regulating AI would be making sure that everyone has access to it and it's not just in the hands of a few people. Maybe just education on like what the data centers are doing to local communities and how they pollute waterways and take up a bunch of electricity, raising the cost of utilities for these people who live in these community centers or with data centers.
Right. So within the regulation of AI, it is important that we inform the public of these matters because it is affecting the environment and personal individual lives. Thank you for your answers. Those are great. Okay, now we will head into my conclusion. This is my call to action. This is a cause for concern if we do not regulate and limit what artificial intelligence does for us. It will slowly, over time, inhibit the human brain to think and process fully to our natural given capabilities. If we are using it for every writing, mathematical, or problem-solving solution we need, it will be hard for us to regulate AI. So, let's go back to the importance, how AI interferes in our everyday life. It can be good and bad. We can get information faster or gain certain opinions quicker, but it also impacts jobs and companies that are involved with AI. Do we think it will be easy to regulate AI? During this time, no, we don't think so. Because there are too many people, too many big money players that shape AI policy. And this can directly impact the lobbying to prevent AI regulation, which is what we are currently experiencing in today's administration. And the important thing we want to get across is the importance of understanding why we need regulation on AI. We want to make sure that there isn't any unfair advantage to whomever uses it, or puts certain, we want to regulate it to make sure there isn't any unfair advantage to whomever uses it. We want to inform the public about the data centers and the cost of living in those places, because it does impact climate change and the health of the people living around those places. The takeaway from this conversation is that the regulation of AI is important and mandatory for any purpose. If federal governments and states can uphold protection laws and ethical standards, the impact will be less of a threat to our cognitive capabilities and allow technology to assist us instead of destroy us. Thank you for joining me today and discussing this important matter.